Yeah, this is a specific species of cockroaches. They're called German cockroaches.
Eee.
Yep. Lots of them right there.
That's a junk pile in there, all them pots and pans and stuff.
That's okay. Oh, there's some roaches in there too.
Are they?
Yeah. Big group of them right there.
In this person's home, for example, the cockroaches were nesting throughout the house, but especially around the crown molding, in the pantry, behind the refrigerator, and even behind the TV. The first job I'm headed to now, this one, sometimes you just get a good feeling. I have a good feeling about it. I am headed to a mobile home that called and says they have cockroaches. On the phone, they said that the cockroaches are in the whole house, which is a great sign for me and for you watching this video, because I know you're a dirty dog and I know you love to see those nasty cockroaches. But we're going to go and do a service today and help this person get rid of their cockroaches. So that's the first service. The roaches are fun, you know, it's difficult, it's, you know, interesting. They're usually heavily infested. You never know what to expect in pest control. So I'm pulling up to the cockroach service now. Oh, I just passed it. That's what I get for talking on the phone. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Hello. Hi. My name's Daniel.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry calling you.
Oh no, I was running late. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Nice to meet you.
Customer has roaches. Even better news, they said I'm good to film. So our arsenal today, Teco Trio foam, which is new and I'm excited to use. And Teco Trio IGR in here. The garbage truck's coming by. Hold on a second. All right. Oh, they're coming back. Okay, my Teco Trio, it's about halfway full. About right here. That's going to be plenty. This is a single wide trailer mobile home. Got half water, half a fluid ounce of Teco Trio, flashlight, gloves, and the camera with roach services. I'm going to just do a general spray around the house. You're not going to have to watch me do that. But whenever I start doing the good, juicy stuff, then I'm going to bring you back.
All right, this is a door hinge. Sorry, not a door hinge. Door frame. At the back side of the house, there's a cockroach right there. So I'm going to foam it with the Teco Trio. And then this is the other side. So that one just scattered out. I just put a little bit of the foam on it. They actually said another pest control company came about a year ago to do a treatment.
This infestation area was about 40 feet from the kitchen, which means that the cockroach infestation is mature.
All right, so this one's pretty much having a foam party right now, but it's cleaning its antennas. See, it's how its antennas are completely folded over. The foam is just making them collapse like that. And that one already has deformed wings. Another cockroach up there.
Throughout this house, the crown molding areas were heavily infested, which is very common with most severe or prolonged cockroach infestations.
There's a ton of droppings here, just up in the corners. There's a live cockroach back there. They love, like you said earlier, they like the heat. They're hiding by the wires that connect here. Actually, I found some. They're hiding in these little screw holes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an adult female. Well, you can't see it, but there's an adult female back here with an egg sac. Right there. And a nymph right there. This is like closing them in. Oh, look at that one. There's another one peeking its antennas out. Oh gosh. Well, I can see, so some of these cockroaches have deformed wings, which means that there was some kind of professional spray done. The reason that there were so many cockroaches nesting around this area is because the electronics of the TV, Wi-Fi router, and wires create heat, which the cockroaches love. So this is under the sink here. Maybe we could move the cat food to another place because there's cockroaches feeding on it. Major food source for them. There's one on the bottom. Female cockroaches can produce several egg sacs in their lifetime. Each egg sac contains 30 to 40 eggs. The development time from egg to adult typically takes about 50 to 60 days. Yeah. Big. And not only can they reproduce extremely quickly, cockroaches are associated with health risks as they can carry bacteria and allergens that may cause respiratory problems. This is a 100% necessity during a German cockroach treatment. Here I'm pulling out the refrigerator to treat behind it. As always, this was a major hotspot for this cockroach population. The reason these insects gather in groups like this is for multiple reasons. It all starts when an adult roach finds a site that is not only safe, warm, moist, and dark, but is also close to a reliable food source. When an adult finds a spot like this, he or she releases pheromones to alert the other German cockroaches that this is an excellent area to hide. By doing this, the German cockroaches can keep other members of their population safe, while also having a reliable spot to reproduce and do the dirty. This area right here I have deemed the Cockroach Congo line. Let me know if you like that one. Using the foam product right here. It's called Teco Trio Foam. Let's talk about a new phrase here. The phrase we're going to talk about is Dorso-Ventral Thigmotaxis. So let's break it down into two parts. Dorso-ventral. Dorso means the top of an animal. Ventral means the bottom side of an animal. So the top and bottom of a cockroach, right? And then Thigmotaxis is just the idea that animals, like cockroaches, like to maintain contact with surface areas as they move across it. In this case, I'm going to say German cockroaches have an extreme desire to have dorso-ventral thigmotaxis, which means they love to have their bodies touched on the top and bottom. It makes them feel safe. This is a prime example here how they've all squeezed into this tiny crack on the backside of the refrigerator. Yeah, this is a specific species of cockroaches. They're called German cockroaches. Yep. Lots of them right there. German cockroaches thrive in temperatures between 70 and 75 degrees. That's 21 and 24 degrees Celsius, in case you were wondering, making heated indoor environments ideal for their reproduction and survival. This is in the pantry in the laundry room. Here I'm spraying it with the Teco Trio IGR. German cockroaches undergo incomplete metamorphosis, which consists of 3 life stages. The first one, the egg, the second one, the nymph, and the third one, the adult. In contrast to complete metamorphosis seen in insects like butterflies or beetles, incomplete metamorphosis involves a gradual development process. Well, I'm just about finished up. I think this area between like the fridge and the pantry was the worst in the house, and then I'll give you a call, or the office will, and we'll come back and see how it looks and get another spray going, and that'll take care of it. Okay, everyone, I would call that a successful treatment. I didn't get to talk a ton in there. Sometimes it's just awkward in there. I've gotten comments. I know you guys can imagine the situation of me trying to explain what I'm doing while also talking to the customers and, you know, with kids and pets and TV going, and sometimes it is more difficult to like talk to you, the viewer of my YouTube channel, because I know I am trying to explain, but though it was a really good service, I mean really good content, I think, because it was a pretty serious infestation, as you saw. I talked to her at the end. I wanted to tell you, the viewer, about this. Any of you pest control people out there, it's really important to try to get
customers on a regular service. So I just talked to this customer about a regular service. So I'm gonna come back next month and do a follow-up treatment. And then after that, I'm gonna come back every 3 months. Instead of charging her each month, I'm gonna put her card on file and charge her $39 per month, which comes out to $117 per quarter, which is a great price for a quarterly service. And I'm gonna be taking care of her roaches. I mean, this first 12 months, it's going to include 6 sprays, but normally after this year, it'll just include 4 sprays per year. And I was able to text this to the customer when I got home using Brio Stack, and it shows them exactly what they're getting charged every month and what their coverage is and all kinds of cool stuff like that. They don't even have to log in or create an account. It just automatically sends them. Very clean looking service agreement. So that's what I'm planning on doing with all of my customers, is get as many as I can on a regular recurring service. It's the best thing to do for customers. It's really common for customers to skip quarters. If you get them used to getting invoiced once a month, it makes the customer realize like they're paying for all year round. Even though I'm doing treatments every quarter, they're still getting that year-round bug or cockroach coverage. So just as a business owner, I think that's really important to get as many customers on a monthly invoicing schedule. And Brio Stack, my incredible partner with Dan the Bugman channel and partner with my pest control company, they make this incredibly easy for me to do. Guys, I haven't had 4 pest control jobs in one day in so long. I've had to like restart this whole company here and got married and moved, and it's been a big ordeal. Busy 6 months, but I'm finally back to being Dan the Bugman every single day. We're gonna head to the termite inspection and I'll just see you there. I'm at the termite inspection now, and the customer just showed me they have some wooden front porch, and they were doing some construction on the front porch and found termite activity. So they've already ripped out the front porch. I'll show you that in a second. But here's the piece of wood that it's in this trash can right now, but that is 100% termite damage, termite dirt. They fill up the cavities with the dirt from the ground, and then all the layers, they eat the summer wood and leave the winter wood. All those layers right there, that's definitely termites throughout there. That was on the front side of the house. It's a half basement, half crawl space. The crawl space entrance is in the basement. Here's where the stairs were. Termites just came straight up from the ground into those stairs. So now I'm about to check the house. I'm gonna check the basement and crawl up into the crawl space and see if I see any damage inside the house. Hopefully there's no major damage, but they definitely want to get a treatment done, which is great news. Flashlight, crawl suit, and we're going in. Starting in the garage here, I'm looking at the baseboards, looking at the walls, looking for any activity. It's hard to inspect when there's stuff, but we can still definitely inspect to our best ability. Okay, I'm in the basement inspecting for termites right now. Here's the crawl space entrance behind me, and then here's the basement, and it's probably about half of the house is basement, half of the house is on the crawl space. They have these drop ceilings actually, which makes it harder to inspect because I can't see any wood. Just depending on what I see in the crawl space, I may ask the customer if they want me to inspect the first level of the house. When I'm looking at, obviously, the concrete block behind me, there's no wood, but I am looking for tunnels coming up the wall. I just inspected the first level of the house. There were no signs of termites. I was talking with the customer, and we came up with a good game plan with these drop ceilings. I'm just gonna peek my head up into here on the side of the house where we've seen the termite activity on those stairs and see if I can see any damage or anything. So here we go. Let's see here. The problem is these vents go straight up and straight this way, so that was why I couldn't lift it there. Okay, here we go. There's just vents blocking everything. This makes it so hard to see. Oh, yes. This is what I'm looking for. All right, so I'm looking at the seal plate, looking at the floor joists, and from what I can see, everything looks good, thankfully. I'm just gonna
keep looking right here for a few seconds. I need a really bright flashlight, guys. The brightest flashlight you can buy. So right where I'm looking over there is where the front of the house is, where those stairs are that had the activity on it. But I don't see anything. Okay. Goodbye. Let me do that on the other side of the basement, and then we'll go into the crawl space. So yeah, it looks like the customer caught this early because I haven't seen any signs yet, which is great, but those stairs were really had a lot of damage on them. These are eastern subterranean termites as the species, so they come from the ground. You want to inspect the crawl space in the basement and the first story of the house mainly. No need to check the attic or second story. And that's why we do soil treatments, liquid soil treatments, or bait stations if that's your jam, because these termites need contact with the soil in order to survive. So here's a crawl space. There's a spider web stick, which is nice. I can use that. Termite inspections, pest control around the house. You just like hug a wall. So for example, I always just start on the right side of the crawl space and just work my way all the way around so I don't miss anything. You know, I don't go to the middle, don't go to the right, and then left, and then right, and then left again. You just follow the wall and you won't miss anything. I'm looking for a couple things. I'm looking for the termite shelter tubes coming straight from the soil. There's soil under this plastic here. And then I'm looking for termite activity around the sill plate and floor joists around the insulation, because there's always voids the termites can come up through where they won't make a tunnel inside the actual crawl space. This is the sill plate. These are the floor joists. Guys, you're never going to be able to inspect every single square inch of wood in a crawl space. You just have to do the best you can. And that's just life, you know? Nothing's ever perfect. You just do the best you can. Oh, we got a big spider on the wall. Yes, I love big spiders. Oh, it's actually a exoskeleton. It appears. I don't want to get too close. Spider exoskeleton. See how it just peels the top off and like just comes out? That's really crazy. If that thing jumped on me, I would have lost my shit. Yeah, just an exoskeleton. And this is likely a Fisher spider. It's so big, and it's hard to tell 100% with just an exoskeleton, but it definitely looked like a Fisher spider. Fisher spiders are one of the biggest species in this area. Oh man, hard to inspect in here. Dusty. Okay, I'm out of the crawl space, and I am officially a dirty boy. Good news for me is it sounds like she really still wants to do the treatment. Obviously the termites were attacking the wood on the front porch stairs, which is about a foot away from the house. So that is very wise of her. It's a larger house, so it's wise to protect your investment, I would say. But now I'm just going to make some quick measurements around the exterior perimeter of the house. I gave her a quote yesterday via satellite image. I used BrioStack's diagramming feature, and I've got a diagram already on the customer account in BrioStack. To me, like there's a lot of profit margin in these termite treatments, and I just kind of talk to the customer and see how bad it is, and I can usually give a pretty accurate quote via, you know, just over the phone or over satellite like I've shown you before. I'll show you the stairs a little closer, and then we're going to talk to the customer and hopefully schedule a $1,000 termite treatment. And today's Wednesday. I'll probably offer to do it on Monday. I'm just gonna try to get caught up with other things, doing some other invoices and stuff like that. Whenever we come back to do the treatment, I'm also going to see if she wants a regular pest control service. I think every house has the potential to upsell, whether it's a mobile home or a restaurant or a $1 million mansion.
it's really important to upsell. That's how you grow your business with minimal marketing. Okay, this is where the stairs were again. This is probably actually termite tunneling activity right here. I mean, there's no need for dirt to be that high. And they tore out all this. I don't see any tunnels going up the wall back there. Let's look at this other piece of wood she said she tore off the house. See if there's termite damage on it. It didn't look super extensive. Oh yeah, guys, check this out. Wow. Actually, I might take this back to the office. And this is moisture damage. So we've got termites and moisture right next to each other. I've said it so many times before that termites love moist wood. Not like completely waterlogged, but the moist wood just is perfect for them. No live termites though. I was telling the customer this. It's winter for one. So, I mean, termite colonies are active throughout the year, but since it is winter, they're not as active. So, you know, when it's freezing outside, the termites they gotta eat all year round, but they're eating very slowly. They're probably only eating wood that's right on the ground because it's gonna be warmer. You know, termites have a colony system, so the colony of termites is definitely right there next to the stairs, but right now the termites are just not active. And if you rip the wood out of the ground, the termites are going to retreat back into the soil and game plan. They're not going to keep on feeding on nothing or keep on trying to feed on that piece of wood. Everything looks good around the outside of the house. So I'm just going to fill out the Brio invoice, get my stuff ready, and then talk to the customer about quote and treatment time. There's a chance when I get there that it's going to be not what the customer says it is. I would say the customer is right about what pests they have, maybe 80% of the time. So pretty often, but 20%, they just misdiagnose the problem. Okay guys, we're here at the pre-construction termite treatment. This is the garage in question here. They're laying the rocks down now. Yeah, super small. I think it's only about 800 square feet. Messaging people on Yelp, mostly because I had time to. I normally don't expect to get anything from it, but this guy ended up replying and called him, and he told me what was going on, and I said I could help, and a few weeks later they're ready for the termite treatment. So I'm just going to spray it, so it shouldn't take very long at all. I'm going to use the termite rod. I'm going to use Taurus. Normally I don't use Taurus on pre-construction. Normally I'll go with like just Bifin IT, but I don't have any Bifin IT with me, so we're going to use Taurus, which is a better treatment for the customer. So I'm going to mix in the Taurus right now, pour it into the tank, and then we're going to agitate it with the spray gun. So I'm going to stick the spray gun into that, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Just a reminder that this is my Oldham Chemicals termite rig I got from them just recently, and they supply all of my chemicals to my company. So now I have everything properly mixed. I'm just going to come down here and treat where the footer is going to be. YouTubes. Here I am treating the soil using the mixed Taurus SC solution. For all licensed builders, it is required to have the structure treated for termites. This can either be a liquid chemical soil treatment like I am doing here, or it is also permitted to install termite bait stations. The problem with termite bait stations on a pre-construction home is that the pest control company simply installs the bait stations with no active ingredient, just the bait inside the station. And the bait inside the station is, you guessed it, wood. Termite control. So when you get pre-construction termite control from a company that uses termite bait stations, all they are doing is sticking a piece of wood into the ground. We are chugging along here. I finished that termite treatment. It obviously didn't take that long. Very small building. I was talking to the concrete guys and to the builder about this. It's pretty funny that that building is just going to be a completely metal building. Although, you know, they had, as you see in the video, they have the wood around the slab to hold in the concrete, and almost 100% of the time, for just a garage, like they leave that piece of wood in there. So I guess it's good that the ground was treated for that wood, but you know, there's no structural integrity for this particular structure. And I've done this before. This structure is not going to have any wood inside of it. It's just completely metal. It's funny that it's still required to get a termite treatment done. I've done before a 300,000 square foot concrete slab, all concrete, big warehouse, just metal frame warehouse. I've treated that for termites before. We're headed to do a rodent service. It sounds like mice in the attic. Okay, I'm inside the attic now. I already see signs of, right there, there's a tunnel into the insulation. And then it's a really big attic, so they are hearing the mice droppings on the far side of the house. And this blow-in insulation, you can't even see where the beams are, so gonna be difficult. Well, there's definitely signs of something up here. There's lots of tunnels. There's more tunnels over there. See that opening? And another one right here. That's really common to see rodents in attics. Almost always mice, and I did see some mice droppings. And I'm just gonna walk a little further over there to get some mice bait a little closer to where they're seeing. I'm just kind of carefully walking through this area right here. But yeah, just putting some mice bait out, and I think that's going to take care of it. This time of year, food sources are scarce anyways, so when the mice find this bait, they're gonna eat on it, no problem. So I'm gonna put the mice bait out, and then crawl back downstairs and let them know. We'll do a follow-up call in like 2 or 3 weeks and see how everything looks, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna put my phone down so I don't fall through the ceiling. I am done for today. It was about a 6-hour work day, and I made $300-ish. So not good dollars per hour, but I scheduled for next week an approximate $1,000 termite treatment, so that makes it worth it for sure. That last house was cool. They paid me with a credit card, and yeah, they had mice in their attic. It happens to the best of us, even me. I've had mice in my attic before. I guess that's it, boys and girls. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.